for me. Looking, trying to see
My eyes and my neck are bad enough, so I don't need to be checking in weird ways.
Well, that's coming along
It is
really
coming.
nice. So love it. Oh my God, guess what?
And I think I'm really gonna like this. We should
I think
Yeah.
I forgot my stronger.
combine spread, but that end will be solid
Oh,
on both sides, so.
which means I'm gonna have to use these.
Do you want my phone hooked up, Michelle? Probably. We just turn it on. Turn it on.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
You got it? Let me mute. 9:30?
Okay, we'll wait a couple more minutes to see if anybody else joins us. Hi, Beth.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Catherine. Morning,
Hi.
Alice and Andrea and Michelle.
I was invented. Totally different stitch.
Oh, it's so pretty.
But I think it turned out.
It looks really nice.
It's up and down.
Oh, that is pretty. I love it.
The more I looked at it, and somebody online said they did it.
They did it vertical.
Vertically, and I went, you know what, it's painted that way, I'm gonna do it.
Is that a
vertical."
Bargello?
No, it's,
It's a Milanese.
yeah, it's she said oriental variation.
I really like it.
I did too.
I do too.
I was happy with it.
Get more of these to hand out.
Oh, my gosh. They're just not as strong.
This is a stronger one.
Yeah.
Michelle, did you happen to bring the stitch gun for me?
No,
Okay. That's fine.
well, I have parts of it, but I don't have everything.
Okay.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish working on it this weekend and then I'll bring it
Okay, no worries.
in.
I'm fine.
Great. But the
I've
ones
been
I
able to,
use are
you know,
for-
I'm fine. I still have a lot.
Because
I mean, I still have a
and
lot
then-
to do. so-
right, and I changed, and of course, when I said to do this, I kind of changed it around
Oh,
on it too,
So should I pull it out? maybe?
No, you're good, you're good. No, that was what I came up with on the day we were talking,
Yes.
instead of the one that we were thinking of earlier.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes when you don't stitch it, and you're seeing it, you see something different,
Sure,
and then when you get there, you're like, oh, wait, where did that come from?
yeah,
So,
but I am happy about this look.
I love how it looks. I love how it looks. It gives it that shine that we wanted,
Right, as is
With-
like a silk.
like a silk.
Mhm.
So she's doing a different one, folks.
You have the different Santa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine was a lot more work than you thought. When you said yes.
no, it's totally fine. And it's You know, it's funny, I just finished writing like 25 stitch suggestion things for one person. And it's a lot, and then I have 2 others sitting on the desk. So,
When I lived in Pennsylvania, the shop, it was in Fraser, Fireside Citrus, they used to do it. And then they would say, I'll do a stitch guide, but you'll get it when it's done.
yeah,
It won't be for a long time. So-
because you see, and you see it differently a lot.
Okay.
Did you pick up your snowmen, the 3 snowmen?
Yes.
Okay, because
It
it's
was hanging on the wall.
no, actually yours was underneath. So and it's still underneath, so I'll go pull it out,
Oh, yeah, it was hanging, I came in and I asked and nobody, everybody.
because
was
they
like,
didn't
"No."
look.
And then they go, but it's here, it's on the wall.
Yeah.
So I bought it.
That's
Yes, I
fine.
did. I did.
Something told me you had picked it up, and I'm like, it's okay, so it's still here.
So I have a little question about mine.
Yeah,
Or Andrea.
yes,
So this thing right here, that's kind of like this.
Yes.
Right, okay, and these are just like what, little balls? that-
there's the little bulbs, like little ornamental things on
Okay.
his coat.
All right, so the tree is really just right here,
Yes.
not this little piece, just right here, and then the
I
same
would
on the
pull,
back.
but you know
here,
what, like we're doing, I would pull your tree
tree Over
over
there and just not worry about.
and not worry
this
about this
piece.
little piece
Okay.
here.
And then this piece, you could just do the coat and not worry about those.
Oh, you think I should do the coat?
Well, I'm saying the collar up there.
Oh, okay.
If you did want to do the,
Oh, no, I'm fine with those. I
Okay,
just wasn't
yeah.
exactly sure that now I see
and I would
it.
do those in a rose.
Okay, in the roads, I should write this down. Let me get my pen. And the other thing is, so, you know, my tree is a little different. So my birds, they're just gonna be regular sketch, right? Is that what we're thinking for the birds? And then what about the hearts? Are they gonna be, should I do something, like, should I do a long?
I do a rose heart.
A rose heart, okay, so I gotta write that.
Candy?
And the rose heart will bring it up.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
you're going over
Yeah.
so many, it's
Okay.
gonna pop it up high.
Good morning.
Hi, Ann.
Good morning.
Morning, missed you yesterday.
What was yesterday?
Our Thursday afternoon sit.
Oh, right. Where was I? I think I must have been at therapy.
Oh,
Keeping track. Oh, eye doctor was yesterday.
oh.
You're
We had a
tuning-
very- There was only 6 of us, but it
Like,
was
we have to
a good 2 hours.
Yeah, I would love to have been there instead of at the eye doctor.
Months.
Yeah,
But you know, right now there's just an appointment or something
I followed up
all the
with
time.
people yesterday.
right.
There's stuff starting to make its way in, which is.
So how's your Santa?
He's doing okay.
Good.
His coat is all done. Well, the white part is done, not done yet. But I have 2 layers of the white done on the front cuffs and front of the coat
I'm
I'm
still
working
adding
on-
whisper.
to get 2 layers on the back of the coat.
Wow, you've made progress.
So then I can do the final
I'm
stitch.
still adding whisper.
Oh,
But right now I've been working on my A&G challenge, which I had put aside.
That's why I did mine in December.
Okay,
All
but
right,
you're an overachiever, so
Yes.
don't even go there.
I know.
now Michelle. I'm also trying to line up things that are gonna go to Maine in a month. We're in three weeks.
Oh.
But Andrea's a ninja stitcher. She just like, is way too quick.
Yeah, Andrea's the fast one.
Knitting.
She's taken over.
Oh.
My thumbs are so sore.
Hi, Marge.
Hello,
Morning,
you
Mark.
are way ahead of me. I am still working on the back coat in the red. I've not even graduated to the white yet.
Well,
That's
that's what I
okay.
got finished yesterday because I ran out of thread, but I found a store about an hour away from me
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
that had 1 skein. And so I told her, save it. I'm taking a road trip.
Uh,
An ice pack on there.
That's what I've been trying.
Okay,
That's
so, good morning, everybody.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Michelle.
welcome to Friday. I think it's Friday. So sometimes I wonder, let me make sure this is recording.
It is on my screen.
Okay, it's
I'm
recording.
not really
Um, Today, we're gonna go,
Hold on, we must make a part of it.
Oh, here, can I just talk on that?
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
today we're gonna go over the tree and the ornaments on the tree. I'm echoing. Hold on.
Sorry, where'd my battery go?
And then
No.
next week, bless you.
Thank you.
And then next week we'll go over the presents. And then we'll meet, but we're gonna kind of we're gonna stop throwing things at you so everybody can get caught up on the coat, the fur, the sky, the presents, tree, everything that can be stitched prior to doing the ribbon and the peyote technique for the beading and the sack. The sack can actually be stitched, but, okay, it can be stitched, but it can't be attached yet, and that will take a good amount of time.
You're
So,
scaring me.
no,
I did.
Here are the other two pages.
okay, Andrea, you ready?
Here's the other two pages. I didn't realize it was front and back.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the tree. If you want to hold, I will hold this. And
Okay.
were you all able to open the document with the stitch guide? Because I know a couple people weren't able, one person wasn't able to open it, so I'm just asking if you've all been able to open it.
Open what? I'm sorry.
The stitch guide, were you able to open it?
Not.
No?
It was in,
It was in the
it was an
last,
email sent. to me.
yesterday's email.
I don't know that I got an email yesterday, Michelle.
Yeah, you would have.
To go.
I will
should have.
resend it, but you should have.
Yeah, well.
All right.
CHE, Michelle K. Green.
Okay, no, it would come from.
No, I don't have one for you.
Okay.
The last one I have from you was last Saturday.
I think it's from Info Needlework or
Info
Needle Junction.
Junction, HI. I'll resend it.
Oh, okay,
Yesterday.
thank you.
Okay, so here we have the tree. The tree is done in 2 splendors and an essential, all in different greens. And we have done a random long and short. And we're gonna show you both this is Andrea's. Hers is a little less long than mine is, but in the front, she took it down. Okay, and then in the back, did the same thing. Right there. All right.
Are you showing them to us?
You have to, are you in
She's
gallery view, Ann?
No, I'm in
Okay,
pin.
go to
All I can
gallery
see-
view and then you have to repin Andrea's phone or Michelle's phone.
Oh, okay, okay.
And then you can see it up close.
All right, there I am. Yeah, it's Andrea.
there are
Okay,
pictures in the email as well. So I'll resend it.
good. Pictures are always good.
Okay, and then with mine, I went a little longer in some spaces. So there's actually no wrong or right. And you know, with a random long and short, you can go over it as many times as you want. All right, and I'm actually gonna pull it down to over this 3rd ornament here. And the reason why I'm gonna do that is because you can barely see that ornament. So I'm like, well, why don't I just pull it down over? It doesn't make any difference. So that's a random long and short. Okay, and then we get into the ornaments on the front.
Okay, back to the long and short for a second. If you start in the middle of the tree with your darkest thread first and work your way down and out in the direction that your branches would be. Start with your darkest thread, working to your lightest thread. If you don't like something, stitch over it. Also, when you're doing long and short stitches, you do a stitch, then you go up about 1/2 to 3/4 of the way back up that stitch, and then go back through your canvas and then come back down to get it that feathered look to it.
Just a question on the greens. How many different greens are in the tree?
Three, and you have
Okay.
two splendors, there are 2 splendors and an essentials.
Okay.
Say what you said again about feathering.
What you do is you do a stitch, and then you come up about halfway up that stitch, and you put in another stitch coming up from the back of the canvas, and then you come down and you make that one just a little bit longer than the one you just did. So about 1/2 to 3/4
I wanted to run.
is your guide to go back up.
This one, what's all right, we'll eat them. They'll be good.
Does that make sense, Anne?
Yeah, I'll have to try it, but I think so.
It was in that, the November A&G magazine where she would have the cat, that she was doing the
This
long
one's
and shorts on the
November.
cat with the fish hanging out of its mouth.
Uh-huh. November?
Yes, November. She had an article in there on long and short.
Okay, I'll look for it.
Take a picture of it, send it to me and I'll send it out.
It's like 4 pages.
Oh,
It's
oh wow.
Andrea, I'm sorry, which magazine?
A&G.
Age, the last one?
November.
November, okay.
November 2020 had an article on long and short, and it talked about, don't worry about where you put your threads. If you don't like it, stitch over it. But the main thing she said was to go up about 1/2 to 3/4 of the thread, the previous thread, to do your next thread. And that's how you keep layering it and getting it feathered in.
Okay.
So you said start in the middle?
Start in the middle of your tree.
I actually started at the top.
At the top, I'm sorry, at the top in the middle.
Up in the middle.
okay.
Yes,
Okay,
you're gonna
that
start at
makes
the
more sense.
top in the middle, and then you're gonna work it down
So you're feathering it like a triangle.
and out.
All right, and you're working the same stitch, from the
Yeah.
same stitch.
And don't worry if you go through that stitch, it's okay, just put it wherever you want it.
And that's the beauty of a random long short, is that you can put it wherever you want.
Especially those the very last layer of stitches.
When we strand the Splendor, 4,
4.
6,
And essential
is
as it is.
okay.
And if you want your tree to be a little bit fuller, then you can use 6 of the Splendor. Just to make it more.
Or just go over it more.
Yeah.
Okay, the presents,
Ornaments.
the ornaments, I'm sorry, I don't know where my mind is. I had PT and they always screw me up.
Okay. Ornament on the very top is red and white. You guys can use whatever colors, red, green, white, beads, sequins, French knots, whatever your heart desires. But you can put your color combination for your ornaments with your reds and your greens, however you want to do with all the threads you have in there.
And you have plenty to do all of the ornaments,
Yes,
plus more,
because we'll also use those down later with the presents.
but you still have plenty.
So the first one is a basket
Okay.
on top in the red and the white, and the bottom portion of that ornament is actually done in a rose variation. And your stitch guide has the
rose variation diagram.
diagram for that one. Really easy. Just,
Bottom is roads.
yeah, just a
Yeah.
rose variation.
And the top little gold or silver, because you either got gold or silver in your package, is, we did French knots.
You could do either one French knot, you could do 2 French knots, you can vary it. But the hangers that the ornaments hang on the tree with are done in the gold in your
Or
packet.
silver.
Or silver, or the rose gold. Yes. Okay, ornament number 2. Go ahead.
I just, and what are you doing the gold in? Just basket weave or French knot?
French knot.
I didn't understand. French knot, okay.
Okay, now you're moving down into the right, ornament number 2.
I'm sorry. There's just literally one stitch of gold, right, at the top of each of these?
Yes, yes,
It's your
Okay.
hanger.
yes.
Yeah, right. I just want to sure I was right.
If you want your hanger to look thicker, do 2 wraps on your French knot, or 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, so number 2, going down to the right, number 2, this is red and green. You have a diagram in your stitch guide for a fan stitch that fits nicely in there with the red, and then the
Fan
middle
stitch.
portion is in green.
Fan stitch.
And the bottom is just the reverse red.
Yes, yep, the bottom, yeah, the diagram.
Did you get the
Yeah.
stitch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, number 3, moving left, is
Yeah.
basically basket weave or tent. And various red, greens, and whites. They're so small, it was hard to get too many stitches in there. Now let's move back to the right, next to the beard. Ornament number 4. It's an alternating mosaic,
Okay,
and
which one is 4?
number 4,
Which one is 4?
next to,
Where my finger is.
next to the beard.
No, okay.
Yeah, next to the beard. So we're moving back to the right. That one is an alternating mosaic and some tent stitches. The whites are done in French knots.
And the whites are beads.
Oh, beads. I've used beads there. Or you can French knot it. Everybody good on number 4?
Is it brown or is it red? Oh, it's above the white. Oh, the white's not part of the ornament, is it? Is that?
The white down below?
Is that a snowflake?
It's part of the ornament.
Is it?
Yes,
Okay, and
yes.
that's just.
No, the like 4 white,
Yes,
on ours, there are 4 white,
at the bottom, yes.
no, like all throughout the tree.
There's,
Oh,
there's,
those are little snowflakes.
Right, that was,
They get stitched over.
but the bottom of that ornament is white,
Yes,
right? Okay,
yes.
yes, it's white.
okay.
Yeah, part of the, yeah, yes, one.
Okay.
Okay, moving to number 5, we're moving to the left.
5 is to the left.
Yeah, going far left, and provide the edge of his shoulder.
5 is all white and red.
Yes, it
Yes.
is, yes. That is tent on top. And then it's a herringbone down the middle over 2. It's a herringbone over 2 that runs across the middle of that ornament.
Okay.
And then there's also a diagram. Yeah, for your herringbone.
And I'm sorry, you said the above that is tent?
Yes.
Andrea, is the herringbone the white
Yes,
Yes.
yes, it's the white vertical stitch.
that goes horizontal?
Horizontal.
Okay, thank you.
And this
Oh,
like,
the white, it's white horizontal herringbone.
okay, number 6, in the center of
Yeah.
this one is done in red, and it is in a reverse tent stitch. The middle of the tree, the green part, is actually done in a green sequin and a white bead.
Okay, where are you now?
The ornament in the middle, the red,
Okay,
It's red and white on ours. Where's the green?
Yes.
I don't have any green on it.
red and white on yours, yes, right there in the middle.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah,
And that's a reverse tent stitch. Then the middle section of that, the cross section, is finished off with a sequin, a green sequin, and a white bead. when you apply
my
your
goodness.
sequin, you're gonna come up from underneath the bottom of the canvas, go through your sequin, go through your bead. Then you're gonna take your needle, you're gonna go back around the bead and just go back through the sequin. And then back down through your canvas. And that secures your sequin to your, and your bead to your canvas. So
Is your sequin there on your picture?
Yes.
yes.
I can't see it.
And what do we do that? What thread do we do that with?
I did it with a white thread because the bead is white.
So you have a white beading thread in your kit.
Yeah.
But you can use a red bead, you can use a green bead, you can use whatever color bead you want, you can use no beads, you could do a French knot. But if you're gonna,
Okay,
when you probably wanna do a bead.
thank you.
Andrea, could you just repeat how you did that? You came up through the back. Sorry.
Up through the back. You come up through your sequin. You go through the bead. So then you've got canvas, sequin, bead. Then you're
So
gonna-
I'm sorry, so the bead is sitting on top of the sequin,
Yes.
right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm good now.
Yeah, then you take that needle and you skip the bead and you just go back down through the sequin and then through the canvas. Then just
Yeah,
take a little pin stitch on the back to secure it. Okay,
Okay.
yes, okay, yes.
For
Okay,
those of us who haven't beaded before, is there like a good article to read on how to bead?
I'm sure there is. I was going to get to beading when we got to the candy cane up in his hand.
Okay,
So yes, I'll go
okay,
beading when we do all the beading up there on the candy cane. Yes.
okay.
Okay, moving on to ornament number 7, which is kind of in his cuff at the bottom right. It is red, white, and green. It is done in a slanted goblin over 2,
A what?
slanted goblin over 2, and it's alternating directions. And some basket weave in there. The white dots are French knots.
And then there's white beads below the second green.
Yeah. Right, oh, yeah.
Okay, is everybody good so far? And
I think, I'm not sure, but keep going.
okay, so that's ornament number 7. Then we're gonna go for the far left, very last ornament. It's
8.
in its red coat. I stitched it in red. It really should have been stitched in green.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it gets lost in his coat. But I had done it last, and so none of the other ornaments are green. So I felt like it was kind of funny if it was the only green ornament on the tree. So
But you kind of have to.
you kind of either need to put more white or more green, but something so it stands out a little bit better off his coat.
Yeah.
Okay, it is done in the red part is done in a vertical brick. Stitch diagram on the right. The middle part is done in a horizontal brick. And then the white on this one is beaded. French knots.
Nope, it's beaded. French knot.
But you could do either.
You could do either. Feels like bead.
Tight French knot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll send you guys pictures of that. Now we're gonna move to the back.
Okay, hold on. Back.
On the back, there are 3 ornaments, or actually 2 1/4. Okay, so the ornament on the top of that tree, the red, white, and green, is done the same as the ornament number 4 from the front. So when you do number 4 on the front, just switch on over and do number 1 on the back. Then number 2 on the back, the far right one, it's the same as ornament number 5 on the front.
Wait a minute, where's number 2 on the left?
It's on the right.
On the very
All
right,
right,
next to
okay.
the sky, next to the sky.
Right above the green white
Yeah.
president.
And I don't have a whole, you got much more ornament than I do.
Because I think she stitched over the bow.
Yeah, stitch over the bow.
No, but I got white stuff coming out of there. Whatever, it'll be fine.
Okay. Now the ornament on the far left is done the same way as number 2 on the front, but it is so small and there's so little. It is recommended that you just stitch over it with tree.
Oh,
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna do on mine, since that's one thing I can actually do.
See, you guys get all the good advice of what you should do that I didn't do. Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
On the back, the red bow on top of the green package underneath the tree. What are you stitching over? The whole thing or just part of it?
Just you're stitching over the bow, but you're going to stitch over. You're gonna see that corner of the green crescent. You're gonna kind of give
Yeah.
yourself a line across that will be green present.
Andrea, your picture is sideways to us. Can you
No,
turn
I
it so
don't
it's,
know why that happened.
no, you're
Upside
upside
down.
down now. There you go. Yay. All right. That would help. Thank you.
Stitch that green, you're gonna take the corner of the present there.
Yeah.
And you're just going to take that out when we get to the presents. So right now, you're just gonna stitch over the red bow.
So you made an entire ball as opposed to.
A half a ball.
Right, all right, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I just finished out the ball, mimicking the one on the front.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you send a picture?
It's in
I know on the second
your stitch guide
page,
last
there
night.
was a portion.
It came with your stitch guide last night.
Well, I've got this. Yeah, but Michelle, in the stitch guide, it's on the top of the second page. It's this back part, but it cuts off at present. Could you?
Okay, there's 2 extra pictures in there down the bottom.
Okay,
No, they're not in the stitch guide. They were attachments.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, they were there. Okay.
Okay, you guys good so far? All the ornaments,
Mhm.
Kinda,
kind of? Okay, well, call me.
yeah.
And Ann, I'll resend that to you. I don't know why you didn't get it. Check your spam too.
I will, thank you.
I know you're on that page. Esther, did your package come yesterday?
Yes,
Okay. Good. Kathy, how are you doing? Well, you're not started yet.
well, I am, but I haven't. I did get my package though. Thank you.
Right, and I put Very Velvet in yours, right?
Yes, you did. Thank you very much.
So the Very Velvet is in, so. Alice, you want me to hold yours until you get down here, or you want me to send it?
I think you can hold it. I
Okay,
don't think I'll get to that.
okay,
And you can
Thank
hold
you.
mine, Michelle.
okay. All right,
Okay, next week we will start on the presents.
Or not.
And then you'll have 2 weeks to get caught up, to work on things, ask questions before we get into the
peyote technique, the sack,
The
the ribbon, and the wreath.
the beading and all that, because I will baby step you guys through it, step by step, very slowly.
Good.
Andrea, I'm gonna ask you one last question, sorry.
You can ask more than one.
Or 7. The slanted goblin over 2. You said to alternate the direction. I got that part. And then you said something about tent.
I'm just taking it all in. I don't really have a very good shot near me, so.
7 is the front,
Right.
it is cuff.
I have this.
So the
That
white,
goes
the white,
over 2 and then back to wave.
yeah, the white between the green and the red right there is done in just a tent stitch.
Okay, thank you.
Up at the top, yes.
And on the tree, it's better to do the green first and then the ornaments?
Yes. And if you want your
Okay.
ornament to pop up more, take a picture of your tree, stitch your tree, and then stitch your ornaments on top of your branches.
Okay, okay.
Ooh, okay.
Should we pad the?
I didn't do that, but you can. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Who's laughing at us?
Not laughing at you. It's like Beth's side just was perfect. Do you have any
Yeah.
questions? Email, text,
Call.
put it on Facebook. You guys have been really good at helping on Facebook, so it's all good. Okay,
Sounds good.
Okay.
all right, in March, check your email, March. Check your email, and if you
Yeah.
can't download those pictures, just text me and I'll text them over.
Yeah, because what my question is like, how much of this bow do I stitch over
The in the back.
in the back?
Yeah.
Top half of it.
The top half, you're gonna kind of draw a line across where the green package would come across. And then you're stitching over the majority of that bow.
Okay, so you just basically assume the lines of the package and then stitch the rest over the rest of the bow.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, any question, let us know. All right. Have a good weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend for anybody that's doing anything. Lord knows I'm not.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not either. So thank you, Michelle. Thanks,
Thank you.
Andrea.
Bye.
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 Bye.